MasterChef New Zealand 2015 runner-up Leo Fernandez was born and raised in the Philippines. But after MasterChef, his life changed. He moved from being a farmer in Canterbury to opening a Filipino-inspired restaurant in Whānau, Auckland. So now Leo provides a taste of home for other immigrants, as well as sharing the incredible flavour of the Philippines with all of us.
Kia ora, Leo. Nau mai, haere mai. Welcome to our whare. Great to have you here.
First and foremost, of course, I would like to thank you for inviting me over.
Nōku ki te wai mai e hoa. I think I'm the lucky one. Me te aha, kare kore, no doubt we're going to get some nice Filipino flavours going on today.
Yes, so definitely, yeah. So this is sort of like a Filipino-inspired meal, so I just took it up a little bit, but it's Filipino.
A little bit of fusion going on.
Yes, that's right. So it's a little bit of like Leo twist on Filipino classics.
Ka rawe tēnā ki au, and that sounds really good to me. So what exactly are we making today?
The first dish would be a classic adobo. So adobo is sort of like a national dish in the Philippines. It's actually from the Spanish word means to marinate, but then it's a technique, but it's not a dish. But then we adopted it and make it sort of like a dish. And then the second dish would be one of my favorite dessert, which would be the leche flan. So another influence by the Spanish influence, you know. I added some local produce that we get in New Zealand and then added a little bit of nuts in there and stuff.
Pai ki au e hoa, sounds good to me. So, me tīmata ki here, where do we start?
We will starting off with the adobo. So we need to cut our pork first.
All right.
So the cut that I'm using for today is pork belly.
You're not cutting that fat off at all, are you?
No, you're not. So we'll have to incorporate this in the dish. And I think Filipino cooking, we make use of everything as much as possible in the dish. So it's sort of like a respect for the ingredients. So this one's also good with other cuts of meat, like your hog. If you want, you can cut the chicken. So you can maybe cut that in three pieces with the bone in. So the chicken, for this dish, I'm using the thigh part. So we will prepare that. So we just chuck that in there, and then we probably have to wash our hands and.
Ka pai ko horo ia wenei. So we've washed those all up.
Yeah.
Now hai nei nei, what do we do now?
Prep the aromat that will be going to our dish. So we're not using any other stuff but garlic. That's it. And then we'll just crack the pepper. A little bit of bay leaf in there.
Nā reira ka tunanga me tīna nei, so we're ready to cook the meat. So what goes in, what's the next part, the next step, te hātepe?
Okay, so the next step will be like sauteing and browning the meat. So first we have to heat up pot, and then you put like 3 tablespoons of oil in there, and then you start sauteing the garlic. And then the garlic, you have to brown it, but not too brown because it easily burns. And then you start frying your meat just to brown them on chicken.
That looks really good. Tōna rima miniti, so that's been cooking for about 5 minutes.
5 minutes and it's brown, and then we can actually put the rest of the ingredients. We're gonna put in the bay leaves, apple cider vinegar, so that's 3/4 cup of cider vinegar. We'll be putting 1 cup of soy sauce, and then I'm adding 1 tablespoon of dark soy sauce, which is for the color, and then 1 tablespoon of oyster sauce, 3 tablespoons of brown sugar. We'll put the peppercorn in there, and then a juice of 1 lemon, and then 1 cup of water. Let it boil, and then let it simmer for 40-45 minutes.
Whātaka marima miniti. So if we've got 45 minutes, we've got time to make the amazing dessert.
So the dessert is leche flan, right? So it's egg-based. So we need to start separating the yolk from the white.
Hey, ko te tiro pēnā mai ki au, and look at you going, I don't believe in you, Stacey. You can't do this. How many? Kia hianga heki?
A dozen.
Oh, great.
So we'll use a dozen of an egg.
How toro taki? So what's your little plan there? Okay.
So our plan is do it the traditional way. You know, so like the tossing of the egg. After you finish that one, then we can add the rest of the ingredients.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Now, how tēnā? So that's evaporated milk.
Yes, this is evaporated milk. So we're using 2 kinds of milk in here. One is the condensed milk, and then one is the evaporated milk. So we'll just chuck everything in there.
Whatever it is, it looks good, right?
Yeah. We need to put 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. We'll use the whisk to stir it. So we just need to break the egg yolk and then incorporate all the ingredients together. Because if you overbeat this one, it will be quite tough. We need to preheat the oven. So it's 180 degrees. Hi, kapai. So this is sort of like an upside down cake. And so we need something in the bottom. With this dish, We'll be using a shortcut version, which is golden syrup. Traditionally, what we do is you use sugar, so you caramelize sugar. I wanted to have that zesty feel of it, like the lemony feel of it, like in every bite.
Okay.
So I just wanted to incorporate this zest in the mixture. So what happens next is that we're pouring that mixture in our mold. Then we'll have to cover it with tin foil. And then we'll put a little bit of water in there, probably a quarter. And then we'll chuck it in the oven, and then we'll wait for another 45 minutes, and then we're ready.
Preheat the Adobo, how is that doing over there?
So that's good to go. I think this is really good.
Smells so good.
So I'll put the garlic that we just toasted a while ago. Just add it in there.
So how are you going to serve this up?
I wanted to incorporate that sense of sharing when it comes to the whole meal. So we'll put them in big containers, and then we'll let people help themselves with the food. And of course, we'll have boiled steamed rice as well for this complete meal.
Ko te mea ua ke, the hard thing is waiting to eat this. E te mō waiwai taku waha.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. That is so flavoursome, my goodness. It goes right through the meat, doesn't it?
Yeah. So you can get the garlic in there, the saltiness and a little bit of sour.
Nā whai anō, I can actually see why it's called marinade now, because even though you didn't marinate it, it looks like it is.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Tō kene hea ngā ngāo. Okay, me aro ki te tōwhiro. I guess we have to get onto this dessert, and I will finish this later, don't you worry.
So, yeah. We'll have to take it out of the bath and then cool it in the fridge for a couple of minutes. So it's cooled and it's chilled, so it's time to flip the thing over.
Flip the lid?
Yeah, flip the lid. So just make sure, just have to scrape this side of it so that nothing would, would stick.
Piritone, so it's not sticking to the side.
So once it's moving and swirling like that, so it's actually good to go. Now the tricky part. So we're serving this on this one here. And then we just have to flip it over, away from you.
Okay.
So that's sort of, at least if it splashes, it's going away from you.
Whoa, splashed.
So there you go.
That's what you mean. Wait. Oh, and we got it there. So that's normal.
No, not really.
Ooh, looks amazing. So are there any finishing touches you're going to do?
Yeah, so we're just going to finish it off with chopped fruits, and then we'll sprinkle also a couple of nuts in there, like also your choice to have that texture and color.
How tāhua rawa e hoa. That is too beautiful to eat.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
I'm going to have to try and find a way around it though.
Yeah.
But they look so beautiful. Ngā tai katoa. You've got all these lovely colours going on, a little bit of texture, crunch, I imagine, and that beautiful soft smoothness. So,
yeah, try that. Hopefully it will.
Oh, wow. That is so smooth. That looks special. It is a special occasion, Kai, and I think every time you have this would be a special occasion. That wonderful experience to be with you here today. Kua ako, kua whaiwhea ko hou. I've learned, I've got some new experiences on board, and I can promise you I'm definitely making this one again.
Oh, thank you.